Good evening, UN Spacey Wolf Squadron. Something happened on Thursday that was unexpected. The release of Transformers Rise of the Beast. And my goodness, what a teaser. And I'm not going to be discussing this alone. I have with me the Gladiator of Kaon, Matthew Flynn.
Beast Wars! The marketing cycle has begun. Although technically, because I follow various different channels, I some of this information I knew about beforehand. Like
Yes, Rise of the Beast.
one information was leaked that the trailer will be out in 2 days, and I think that was actually technically that was 2 days ago. But
Oh,
the
you
trailer came out
overachiever.
a day after that. Okay, the time is a bit off with that, but point is, I knew about the trailer before it came out, so I was waiting for it. And I just
We're
realized completely went over my intro and just was just straight to talking.
It's okay, man.
Okay,
It's okay.
let me step back a few steps, or metaphorically, not step back. Welcome, Autobots and Decepticons. My name's Matthew Flynn, the Gladiator of Kaon, and today we're going to talk about the Beast Wars teaser trailer and hopefully convince somebody to stop doing the little mini tease at the start of a trailer before the trailer itself. Please, for the love of God, stop doing that. It's irritating. I don't think I'm the only one that has a problem with that. And it's not just a Transformers thing; it's just trailers in general.
We are also here with the lovely Leia Valor plus size.
Good evening, everybody. This is Leia Plus Size, your lovely lady of valor. And I am not very knowledgeable of the Transformers world. I do know about
As
this
usual.
trailer. Sorry. As usual, I'm a newbie to this. So I'm going to listen to these gentlemen and hear their thoughts on what they think about this trailer. And then I'll say a few words on my own. But this should be an interesting, fun show. So it's going to be interesting to hear what everybody has to say.
Here with us is the Hound of the South, Dominic Powell.
Good evening, everybody. This is the Hound of the South, Dominic Powell, and much like everybody, I was completely taken by surprise for the release of the trailer for Transformers: Rise of the Beast. And I mean, although admittedly, I did hear grumblings of the trailer as well as the movie, since everybody was happy with the way Bumblebee was performed some time ago, and when it came out, I was impressed.
Caden, we hope to see you here in any future streams that we do. But yes, we definitely miss you. I was actually thinking about I wonder if Caden's actually going to show up again this time. Not because we're doing a Transformers stream again, but mostly because to show up anywhere if whatever stream interests you. So hopefully I'll see more of you in the near future. But yes, we missed you, buddy. In short, we missed you. So before we go ahead and really discuss it, we're gonna play it. We're actually gonna play the trailer. Woo! Yay! Okay. I guess. Uh,
Come on, come
Yippee!
on, man! Don't leave us hanging.
I mean, I'm about to, but dang, nobody's enthusiastic apparently. I guess I'm not the motivational leader that I'm
Yippee!
poorly am. Okay.
Hey, man!
Oh,
I would have expressed my enthusiasm, but I
yay!
had to mute myself
Sure.
because I had to take care of something on my end.
Right. You have an excuse, man. Not Leia. Not this time. I usually play
Oh,
favoritism with
come
Leia.
on.
Kidding.
I
Anyways, we're gonna play the trailer. Hopefully, you two don't get fucking pissed. Hasbro has a tendency of doing this bullshit.
And
Three, two,
Paramount.
one, and we'll play. It's the dude from In the Heights. Y'all can hear it?
Okay, you'll have to tell me who's.
Oh no, I don't hear anything.
Me
That's
neither.
fine. You don't need
No,
to.
I don't hear it. I'm
Yeah.
looking at it, but I can't hear it. Because I've already
Don't.
seen it. Okay,
It
that's
also
the
looks
In the Heights. Okay, so
slightly choppy. I don't know if that's just because
If
it's
it's
like semi-old.
choppy, I'm sorry, guys.
It's only a little choppy for me. Like enough to be noticeable, but not like super. Okay, no, yeah, now it's a
I'm
little
just hoping that
distracting.
it don't freeze. I'm just hoping it doesn't freeze like in the previous times I done this. That's all I'm worried about. Because it's playing just fine on my end. A lot of people have complained about the CGI.
yes, I've
I
heard
mean, the
that.
movie's like multiple, like what, 6 months away. There's enough time for the CG to be improved before the
They're
film
using
comes out.
Biggie's Juicy Juice for the music. More on that later.
Yeah.
I mean, great choice on using the guy from In the Heights. There's Cheetor. There was Cheetor. I don't know who that bird is. We have
That's Air
RC.
Razor.
I'm
Not
positive
sure why
that's
she
Air
put it in
Ranger.
five.
Air Razor.
Yeah, I
Yep.
think that's Air. I think that bird is Air Razor because there's
She's a bad
at
guy
least two
now.
different Air Razor toys
No.
from this film that have been like
Oh,
leaked online.
we'll hold discussion till it's done.
Yeah.
Let them come. Oh, I love that transformation of Cheetor and Optimus
Yeah, right.
Primal. I
Kind
am
of
kind of
reminds
getting
me
a
of the
little bit
Beast
tired of
Machines
them rolling.
designs. Wait, say that again.
Now you know. I'm kind of getting tired of them rolling when they're transforming. They're always doing a roll action.
Yeah. I guess they just. I guess most of the whoever it is that's in charge of like the whether it's the CG animators or maybe the director or whoever's in charge of choreographing the CG characters. Maybe they just like trying to keep it dynamic while they're transforming, or at least while
All I'm
they're
saying.
moving and transforming, I should say.
Well, yeah, that's fine if they're doing. I mean, I don't know. I'm just like I said. It's starting to get a little bit tedious.
Yeah,
That certain ones are just rolling when they're transforming. I kind of wish they would, sometimes do it in the air or kind of do a little
yeah.
twirl while they do it.
What if do that thing that you do in like the War for Cybertron games, where if you jump in the air and transform, you kind of hover for a moment while you're transforming,
Yeah,
or
at least
if
something
you're a
like that.
jet transformer, at least.
So, what y'all want to talk about first?
What do you mean? Do you want to know our response to it, or how do you
I
want it?
mean, w-
Well,
like,
Since
we
you guys,
can
since
actually
you
go
guys are
over
the,
the first.
go ahead, Dom.
Well, we can't start talking about the first half of the trailer, starting with Optimus Primal's entrance.
Yeah, jumps over a hill, shallow hill, or some kind of like small waterfall.
yeah,
And the two, of course, the two Optimuses meeting, and one of the first things I noticed from the trailer is as established in Beast Wars, like it is set in the future, years after the events of the original Transformers series, and and uh, and another aspect from the future is that Cybertronians, Maximals and Predacons alike, like they were human sized, like due to the great upgrade. And in this case now, like Optimus Primal and the other Maximals and Predacons, they're now practically the same size as their ancestors, and instead of matching the human scale.
Yeah, that's something I noticed, but that's kind of a continuing thing with Beast Wars characters when they're interacting with or G1 cartoon characters, is they tend to have them be the same size because they did that in the War for Cybertron cartoon and they did it in IDW comics as well.
I also couldn't help but notice Optimus Prime's design is a mixture of the original design before his Transmetal 2 form and his Beast Machines form when he and the other Maximals like became techno-organic hybrids after the Oracle reformatted them.
Yeah, I noticed the whole Beast Machine's influence in the designs as well, because it's like that very like wide and rounded forearms for Optimus Primal and like
It
the massive
does.
shoulders.
They do look like their forms in Beast Machines.
Yeah, look at a mix of Season 1 Beast Wars and Beast Machines.
Oh, by the way, I'm playing Callisto Protocol, so if you hear me shouting, you know why.
Okay.
I
Uh,
just got it today,
Oh,
and I'm
yeah,
enjoying the shit out of this game.
yeah,
well, that's good to hear.
Okay. That's gonna
But
well,
besides the
this is going to
meeting
be an
of the
interesting.
primes, or in this case, like the meeting of ancestor and descendant,
yeah,
there's also the other Autobot like joining in after the events of Bumblebee, and I was actually it's actually brought up a conversation that a previous like friend in another channel in the Discord that Wolf and I was in. Like, we were actually having a discussion on whether the Transformer one of the Autobots appeared in the trailer was either Mirage or Wheeljack.
Caden confirmed that it was Mirage.
yeah. The Porsche that creates holograms and then turns invisible. There's normally the vehicle mode for Jazz. Yeah, that's Mirage. Although personally, I'm not too like surprised by characters having different bodies or using the bodies of other characters, or at least the alt modes, because
Or
that's
even
that's
now
a pretty
create
common
after
thing.
images. I thought that was just a new function that, like like every now and then the Autobots have new functions. Like
Yeah.
remember how they shift into battle mode when they're in car form, like
Mm-hmm.
they
Oh
did
yeah, because that's
in
something that
War
the
for Cybertron.
I think it wasn't it only Dark of the Moon where they
Yep,
did that?
they did in
I
Dark of
Yeah,
the
remember
that was
Moon.
the
Bumblebee
move.
They
doing it
kind
at the start of the Dark of the Moon.
they did in Dark of the Moon. They kind of did in Age of Distinction, I believe,
Yeah,
You are correct.
yeah.
and
Although
I
that
think
is,
they also did a little bit of it in Last Night,
I don't actually remember much from that film. I only saw it like once, maybe twice.
and that's probably all you
It's been a
need.
long time, so I don't remember all of that film.
I mean, speaking of Last Night, in one of the trailers, I commented, "The wound from last night has healed. I'm coming home, Optimus," which shows my enthusiasm watching this movie. I'm particularly, I'm actually hyped. It really rekindled my hype for a Transformers movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, same thing with me, especially after the response that Bumblebee achieved when it first came out. And
yeah,
what also helped the movie was the director Trevor Knight. He is a fan of the source material and he wants to do it justice.
You want to answer that, Matthew?
Oh wait, the comment you've just brought up on the screen,
Mm-hmm.
or what's can breed. That's weirdly enough, that's both a simple answer and also a complicated answer. It's
And
You're
make it a
the
long story
expert,
short,
man.
make
I don't know
but
what
make it
context are you
just
asking
make
that
it
in exactly.
In context of
just,
RC,
just make it a long just make it a long story short.
Okay, well, considering that the Bay movies and these are going to be a reboot of that, I would imagine that female Transformers would go along the same logic as the Bay films, which, if I remember correctly, most Transformers reproduce asexually, I believe, or in most continuities, or it's an ability that all Transformers have, but not all continuities acknowledge that, so it's kind of fuzzy. Well, it's kind of fuzzy on whether or not they actually do that because we never see any concrete confirmation of that. But
Not not
yeah,
to
so
mention
male
that
female's not necessary for new Transformers to be born, especially since new Transformers can just be built.
And not to mention, in the G1 continuity as well as others, the female Transformers has been around for centuries, along with their male counterparts.
Yeah. Although I feel like calling them male and female is only really a visual thing rather than a genuine them genuinely being male or female.
Well, not, in other words, well, as Matt said, well, Cybertroners they can't reproduce, but not in the typical way as like human aliens, or even or other like alien organisms. They reproduce
Yeah.
like asexually.
Yeah. If you've watched Dragon Ball, Transformers reproduce like Piccolo. Well, not exactly, but if you've
Namekian.
watched Dragon Ball, then I'm sure you understand what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I'm familiar with the Transformers lore myself. So, well, however, even like I could be surprised with new information that actually flew over my head. But it can happen to anybody, but only regardless of the franchise and that shared in their shared universe's like history.
Yeah.
But I will say for like another aspect from the trailer is like the choice of music. It wasn't I wasn't that completely turned off, turned off by the choice. Right, it was actually appropriate.
Yeah. There is one thing about this trailer that I can't. It's weird. I can't necessarily be disappointed because, this trailer is not. It's pretty light on actual story details about what's going to happen in the film. I can't necessarily be mad about that because this is only the first teaser trailer, and the movie is like 6 months away. So I can't
Well, more,
necessarily be mad about that. But I would have liked some story to be revealed.
Moreover, the point of a trailer is you want to give the audience a taste of what's to come, by
Yeah.
not giving too much away.
Yeah. This trailer feels more like just a public statement of this film exists and it's coming out. Because
Well,
obviously, beforehand, the movie's been in production for like, what, 8 or 9 months now? And it was
Hmm.
originally supposed to release earlier this year, but it
But
was
we don't
pushed
know
back to next
why.
year instead.
Based on the the exchanges and dialogue between Optimus and Optimus Primal, it can be safe to assume that the Maximals and the Predacons travel back to the past.
Yeah.
And of
Although we didn't
course,
get any confirmation of how the Maximals and actually we never got. I'm assuming Predacons are in the film because there are actually like artwork for this film that shows Maximals and Predacons, or at least outlines of Maximals and Predacons. So they must be involved in this film to some extent, but we've got no reveals of any kind of like voice actors for Predacon characters or any like actual CG models or anything. They could be hidden in the trailer somewhere, but I didn't see any recognizable Predacons in the trailer. So it's kind of, as far as I'm aware, it's literally just Maximals, Autobots, and then the Terracons as the villains, and maybe Predacons as well, somewhere in there. Maybe in like another trailer, they'll then reveal the Predacons.
well, well, once that new trailer shows up, once again, it should not give too much away when you look for the movie.
Yeah,
And so it's like Wolf brought up Eraser earlier. From what I saw the trailer, it doesn't look like she's being portrayed as the villain because well she's one of the Maximals.
Of
yeah,
course.
So my so it's safe a safe assump a good assumption is for her appearance is she's actually facing off either one of the Predacons or Terracons that are chasing Mirage and the other characters.
yeah. I believe the on the Autobot side, it's Optimus, Bumblebee, Wheeljack, Mirage, and RC, and then potentially another character named Stratos, who may or may not be an Autobot or possibly a Decepticon, maybe.
I'm with Caden on this one. We don't know if the Predacons are showing up
Yeah,
in this movie.
yeah. We don't have any like concrete confirmation that they're in this movie. We only have like little hints here and there in like out of movie production stuff. Yeah.
You mean Rat Trap, Caden? Or
No. He's referring to Battle Trap.
Hmm.
He's not a Maximal. He's a Decept, or technically he was a Decepticon, but in this movie he's one of the Terracons.
hmm,
Because Battle Trap
Hmm.
is one of
That's true.
the later G1 characters who I think appeared in the cartoon. I don't remember. He's in the opening for season 4, but I don't know if he's actually in the show. Because
wait, explain to me the Terracons real quick, briefly.
okay. The Terracons in this movie, not to be confused with the Terracon Combiner team from the G1 cartoon. They're a separate group with a similar name. And also not to be confused with the undead zombies from Prime, who are also called Terracons.
Hmm.
Yeah, Hasbro likes to reuse the name. Actually, they like to reuse multiple names for different things. But in this context, the Terracons are the bad guy faction who, as far as I'm aware, I think they're a mercenary group who hunt both Autobots and Decepticons and also Maximals and Predacons.
Much like the
Because
Seekers did
because
in
the
the
leader
movie.
Scourge has multiple different faction insignias like plastered on the front of his vehicle motors like trophies from like other previous like Autobots and Decepticons and Maximals that he's hunted. I also have no idea if this Scourge is going to be the same as the G1 cartoon Scourge, or if he's going to be the same as the Robots in Disguise, the 2001 Robots in Disguise Scourge. Cause it's kind of weird. He has the name of, or both of them, but he has the vehicle mode of the 2001 Scourge or Robots in Disguise Scourge. But he might not be connected to that character. He might just be look similar and have the similar name. Yeah, the other Terracon is Battle Trap, who for some reason is not a Duocon in this movie. He's an ordinary Transformer. Although I don't really mind that, but I would have liked to have seen that. And the other one is Nightbird from the cartoon. Obviously, in this context, she's very different. Well, not in appearance
She's a
necessarily,
she.
but what Nightbird?
Oh,
Yeah, because wait, how do you know Nightbird?
mm-mm.
Okay, do you remember the G1 cartoon episode that she appeared in?
I didn't see all of G1.
Okay, Nightbird was a human-built robot female ninja who was brought to life by who the Decepticons abducted, brought to life on their side, and then the Autobots fought her briefly, and then they actually defeated her and freed her from the Decepticons' control and gave her back to the human who created her, and then put her back into storage.
Hmm.
I think she was only like a one-episode character, but
Like,
Hasbro
well, they
has like taken that character and done other things with her over the years. Like over in
sounds
Japan, they
dirty.
actually made her like a full Cybertronian character,
Hmm.
and they even made her a part of the Cybertronian ninja clan. But yeah, in this movie, she presumably is not going to be human built. I'm not really. Obviously, anything I say isn't necessarily a confirmation that it's going to happen, but I'm going to assume that she's probably not going to be human built in this movie. She's probably just going to be an ordinary Cybertronian.
Hmm.
Yeah. We see her briefly in the trailer, although I'm not 100% sure if that actually is her. I'm just assuming that based on the fact that the color scheme for the female robot we see, looks very similar to the vehicle mode she turns into in this movie.
I'm sorry, say it again.
What about Nightbird being in the trailer and
Oh no,
If
you know what? Let's move on to other things
yeah,
real quick. It almost looked like Bumblebee might die.
yeah, I got that impression as well.
Oh,
That
you
seems to be
see
a
that
running
one
thing in
enemy.
Transformers fiction is to kind of like not
Yeah,
necessarily kill Bumblebee necessarily, but like heavily imply that's going to happen.
because in Fall of Cybertron in the beginning, like especially in the promotional trailer Fall of Cybertron, it it almost seemed that Bumblebee dies in that game.
Yeah, and especially at the beginning of when you start the game, he's
Yeah,
shot by Megatron, and then it flashes back to like however amount of time earlier in the story, because that game started at the end of the story or near the end of the story, then flashed back to the beginning, told the whole story, and then caught up again.
yeah.
And that also happened, I think. And also in Prime, we also got a whole fake Bumblebee death as well. I think there was. Yeah, that's weirdly a running theme of Bumblebee kind of fake dying, like or him like being heavily implied to be either dying or in danger of dying.
Hmm. Not not to mention in the trailer, it's been shown that he had transformed into his Chimera form, as seen in the in the first three Transformers movies where Michael Bay was involved. Well, instead of his Volkswagen Beetle form.
In Bumblebee,
Yeah,
he converted to Volkswagen
Oh yeah, right,
Camaro. Hey,
yeah,
right.
yeah. Yeah, by the end
He
of the
did change
Bumblebee
it into
movie,
the
he turned
Chimera at
into a
the end.
1970s Camaro, like in the first Bay film. But that's more of just a carryover from that film starting out as a prequel to those movies, but then moving over to being a reboot. And now in this movie, he's keeping the 70s Camaro alt mode, which
To
isn't
be
really a
fair,
signifier of a connection in terms of continuity, but rather just it's the same vehicle mode, which is something Transformers do a lot, where they keep the same vehicle mode or have a very similar vehicle mode to a different continuity of the same character from a different continuity, but not actually have any kind of connection whatsoever.
you're not
Because that,
wrong.
yeah, yeah, because that's
But
happened with Starscream at least three different times, where IDW Starscream
Dark,
has taken on
Dark.
the
That's
vehicle
not Age of
mode.
Extinction. It was in Revenge of the Fallen.
plus she plus that girl was actually a pretender. They're not Nightbird.
Nor was she even human made. She was a hatchling, so to speak.
Yeah, the Alice, the human-sized
Pretender.
pretender.
Um,
Yeah, from
Going
Revenge of
back
the Fallen.
to the whole Camaro thing. Yeah, I think that's what Bumblebee was trying to set up, trying to retcon a lot of things the Bayverse has set up.
Yeah,
Because he gets the Camaro in the first movie when he
yeah.
was
Actually, I don't think we see him like acquire the Camaro form in the first Bay film. I think he just sort of shows up in that form already. Yeah. Or they give it.
he was an old
Yeah,
model, and then he converted to a new model
yeah, because
that just
early in the
conveniently
first film
shows
he was
up
a '70s Camaro, and then later in the film he turns into a modern Camaro. Well, modern
because
by the time the film came out.
Michaela hurt his feelings.
Yeah.
It was although at the time like, we were uncertain on how long he's been inactive before like Sam came and bought him from the shop.
Although The Last Night would reveal Bumblebee has been on Earth since World War II,
Oh
Yeah,
God,
which does not
which of course
connect
like
with Bumblebee in any way, because in Bumblebee he arrived on Earth in the 1980s, which, like, I
and
understand the Bay films don't have much in the way of continuity between each film, but, like, sometimes that, like, does. Sometimes those disconnects are intentional, like with the Bumblebee movie.
when you stop and think about with Trevor Knight at the helm, like Bumblebee like serves as an official fic
I call him Josh Knight. What the fuck?
for the Bayverse transport for the Bayverse Transformers movies, because yeah, what
Oh, does
people like
something just
were
happen in the game, Wolfie?
Hmm?
Does something just happen in the game, Wolfie? I heard you say
No,
something.
no. I said the director of Bumblebee's name wrong. Thought it was Josh
Okay.
Knight.
no, it's Trevor Knight.
Yeah, Trevor Knight.
Pretty sure it's Travis Knight.
Travis Knight. Travis Knight.
Travis, thank you.
It seems like there's gonna be a different. Speaking of directors, there's probably gonna be a different director for this one instead of Travis Knight.
Yeah.
Maybe Travis Knight is the writer. I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, he's Travis Knight's the director of the Bumblebee movie. Yeah, to
Yeah,
address Neostar's point, given that this movie is not in the same continuity as the Bay films, there is a good chance that Jazz is probably alive somewhere. He's not
Hmm.
in this film, but he's
But
likely
he'll
alive.
appear later.
Yeah, the possibility of
Stephen
him
Campbell
appearing in
Jr. is
another.
the director.
Yeah, he's the director of this the
Stephen
next film that's coming.
Campbell Jr. Sorry,
Yeah,
what did he do? He's a black dude. He's
he's
a brother.
he directed Creed 2, I believe.
Did he now? Yep,
That's
he
the only
did.
one I can kind of no, that's the only one I can bring to
Earthspark,
mind as other
Grown
films he's
Ish,
directed.
Machine Gun
I think he has
Kelly,
a
The
relatively small
Land,
directors or a
Rapture.
list of directed films.
Hmm.
I suppose we're in good hands with him.
Now,
Yeah,
now is Travis Knight involved with the project just as the writer?
yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't mind that it's
No.
a different direct. It's not the same director as the Bumblebee movie, as long as the director is like a Transformers fan and respects the material he's like the source material that he's adding to.
Joby Harold is the screenplay. Darnell Metayer, screenplay. Josh Peters, screenplay. Michelle Yeoh's gonna be in here. Peter Dinklage's gonna be in here. Pete Davidson.
Oh, are
Who
you
the
looking at
hell
the
Peter
voice actors
Dinklage's
for
gonna?
different characters?
Who the hell? He's gonna be Scourge.
Yeah, he's going to be the main villain, Scourge.
Ron Perlman's
Pete
I'm
Optimus
kind of
Primal.
curious what you think of that, like whether or not you think he would, like what you overall think of Peter Dinklage voicing the main villain.
Go for it. Let's hope he does a better job as than Ghost in Destiny. Ron Perlman's Optimus Primal. Hmm.
Yeah,
We also
I would
have.
have
We're also gonna have Michelle Yeoh as Air Razor.
nice.
I know that we do have at least one Beast Wars voice actor in this film, and that's David Sobolov. I think that's how you pronounce his name, because he's
Yeah,
he's the
Mm-hmm.
guy
David
who
Sobolov.
voiced Depth Charge and Shockwave in Transformers Prime. Although this time he's voicing Rhinox and possibly
Rhinox.
Battletrap.
Maximize.
Yeah,
Don DiMaggio is gonna be Stratosphere.
yeah,
John
Stratosphere.
DiMaggio.
Yeah, Stratosphere's the Revenge of the Fallen toy that apparently was supposed to be in that film, but then didn't appear in it. So he's only as a toy for that movie. Maybe
Why does
he'll be
Pete
the
Davidson look like he's wearing a dress?
Is this the Pete Davidson from Saturday Night Live that's not funny? Is it that guy that's you're
Apparently.
talking? Oh my
It
God!
says American comedian and actor who's featured in Saturday Night Live 1975
He is
as of September
1970.
yeah.
as of September
uh,
oh no, as of September 2014. Staten
He is
Island, New
not.
York,
I don't
starring
find him
Amy
very. I don't.
Waters.
I don't find him very funny at all. I don't know why everybody is fascinated by him. I don't think he's very
Yeah,
talented.
I don't know. I
Oh, he's
have
that
I don't
guy.
heard
know.
like I have heard some of the voice act or choices for voice actors in this film have been called into question.
Yes.
Marmaduke
Not every
Cookie,
voice actor, but
Good Morning,
some specific
Meet
ones.
Cute, The Kids in the Hall, The
Yes,
Now,
I've
Suicide. He
heard.
was Blackguard in Suicide Squad,
Yeah,
Will
I don't.
Rose of Simi Valley, Hit Job, King of Staten Island, The Jesus Rolls. What does fucker look like? He looks like a
Oh, you
fucking.
haven't. I don't think he's. Well, I mean,
Oh,
I'm not
he's that
thinking.
guy.
Yeah, I don't think that guy is funny one bit, and I don't know why he gets these jobs because there's no humor in him at all. I don't get it. I don't get him at all. I don't
There.
know what it is, but I just don't find him very funny. Um, I am not
Let's
trying
talk.
to be.
Let's talk about the human characters real briefly.
Yeah. So we have the guy who was sitting in inside of Mirage when he started driving.
Anthony
What is he?
Ramos. Noah. His name is gonna be Noah.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Meh.
The guy who had that one joke where a police car's driving past and he's like, pull over, and he's like, I'm not driving. I do find that funny. I do suspect there may be some kind of a political joke in there because the character. I
I'm
don't.
going to overlook it. I'm
Yeah,
not. I wasn't
yeah,
really
because it's like
fishing for that one.
it's because it's like you got a police officer, you've got the character who's kind of
Somebody
anti-authority.
might point out, but I'm not really looking for that
Yeah,
bullshit.
yeah. I mean, my point is, hopefully, there's nothing like that in that moment. But like, if there is, I wouldn't be surprised.
He was Piran. He was Mr. Piranha and the bad guys. He was known for Usnavi in the Heights, Blind Spotting, In Treatment, Honest Steve, Hamilton, Trolls 2 World Tour, Elena of Avalar. He was Staff Sergeant Martinez in Gaza, King of the Monsters.
Is he a very talented actor?
Did you watch In the Heights?
No, I did not. So
Yeah,
that's why
I
I was
didn't
asking.
either.
I did not.
He was also in A Star Is Born. That was the 2018 version
Oh,
film.
That's
that
also
guy.
that's that is also a film I've not seen.
Is that the one that was Lady Gaga's friend in the
Yeah.
movie? Okay, now I know who you're talking about.
By the way, I
I
haven't
know.
watched that movie, so I'm gonna take your word for it.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not a bad film. I actually, I enjoyed that. It showed off what a good actress she is. She's actually was very good in that. But I do know the guy that you're talking about. I've seen him a lot, so I can't
Okay,
say I'm a
real
fan of
quick.
his work. But I'm gonna.
He needs to be in more movies. Is all I'm saying. He's very started. Real quick, guys.
Mhm.
Ron
Mhm.
Perlman as Optimus Primal. What do you guys think about that?
So this would be his second time voicing the character, isn't it?
That's
Or
right,
is it his
Doctor Stranger.
third? I don't complete. I know he voiced Primal in the Prime Wars trilogy. He might have voiced him I know it's that one and then this one, but there may have been like a third one, maybe. I mean, I think he's all right in the role. Although
Uh,
in this trailer, he sounded kind of off. He didn't quite sound
like Gary Chalk.
it's only vaguely sounded like Ron Perlman. I don't know if that's like an intentional thing or if that's
I
just
didn't even know it was
pure.
Ron Perlman. I thought it was really the original voice act, or at least somebody trying to do an impression of the original voice actor of Optimus Prime. Primal, sorry, Primal.
Like Gary Chalk.
Someone doing an impression of Gary Chalk. Yeah,
Yeah.
weirdly, when I listened to it, I didn't hear Gary Chalk's voice whatsoever. I could hear a vague undertone of Ron Perlman's voice, but I couldn't. It wasn't like outright easy to identify him as
Okay.
Ron Perlman.
Quick aside. So long as Ron Perlman shuts the fuck up,
Oh, do you
I'm
mean like
good.
outside of the movie?
Yes, because
Yeah, yeah,
he
because
said some
for a
shit.
while he's like, yeah, yeah, he's unfortunately a drunk in the Kool-Aid, like most of the
Yeah.
actors and actresses, like voice and live alike.
The body snatchers came for him. Am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
In a
Yes,
sense. Okay. All right. Continue.
Yeah. I mean, at the
Well, I'm
and
about to
very
tell you,
so you're
least,
not
human.
this
wrong.
is yeah,
Let's get
at
back
the
to the
very
human.
least,
You're
this
not
is
wrong,
something
but
he's familiar with. Yeah. At the very least, this is a role he's not completely blind to because he's done voiced this character at least once before.
Trying to see if this is the one. Luna Lauren Valles. I think she's an adult here. No, that's not the one I'm looking for. They mostly okay. This one, Dominique Fishback, Elena. She has been in Project Power, Proud Family, Louder and Power, 12-year-old Sugar Mama, Last Days of Putney Gray, Modern Love, Judas and the Black Messiah. Fuck that movie. The Deuce, Random Acts of Flyness, The Hate You Give. Fuck that movie too. The Night Comes On, Jay Z, Smile. I made a movie about Jay Z. Burning in Birmingham, Show Me a Hero, Royal Pains, Blue Bloods, The Americans. Mm, decent pedigree there. Decent resume there. Haven't seen Project Power yet. It's the Jane Fox one where you take a pill and you're a superhero.
Uh,
Well, let me
Judas and the
ask
Black
this.
yeah.
Messiah is the one with Daniel Kaluuya as the Black Panther leader that got fucked over by apparently a Judas in the midst by or I think he was the Judas that killed Latif Stan oop, sorry Latif Stanfield's character. I don't know which one was the other way around. I frankly don't care about any movie that has anything to do with the Black Panthers because I never viewed them in a positive light in the first place. Make of that what you will, whether you guys like them or not. That's we're not gonna get that deep into it though.
Hmm.
Like I said, she seems to have a decent pedigree. Don't really know much about her acting other than I guess she knows how to beatbox. She can rap really good.
Don't they
I don't know if
all?
she has a I don't know if she has a rapping career or not, but we'll see what she does with this one. I'm just a little hesitant when it comes to black actresses, though, because they tend to open their big ass mouths a lot and not really show much for their fucking acting. Letitia Wright, so far, I have nothing but positive things to say about that lady. Uh, mm, what's her name again?
Except they make her look almost like a boy in Wakanda Forever. First, I didn't recognize her.
We'll talk more about that some other time.
All right.
Um, what's it? Nakia from Black Panther. What was her name again?
I can't pronounce it, but I know who you're talking
Lupita
about.
Nyong'o. She's all
Yes.
right. She will always be okay in my book.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
these new black actresses, oh my goodness,
Yeah.
they're starting to get on my fucking nerves. Especially when they open their fucking mouths.
When
Yeah.
they open their mouths, and some of them are not as talented as they might think. A lot of them are getting affirmative action casting. We don't mind good black
Yeah.
actresses. There are some out there, but a lot of them that they cast, I don't believe are getting cast just for their talent. There are other reasons that they're getting cast. Are they on the right side of the political spectrum? There's a whole bunch of them. I sit and watch. How in the devil did they get the role in this film or this TV show? Just because they're black actresses doesn't mean they can't be criticized. But
Yeah.
honestly,
Uh-huh.
that's a no-no.
Am I
There,
the
there,
only
there are
one that
plenty white
feels like?
actors.
Oh,
Go ahead, Matthew.
yeah. Am I the only one that feels like the black actresses and actors have like names that sound very similar to specific words that you can't say, otherwise you'll be in trouble?
You're
Because
not the only one, my dude.
I've noticed
Yes.
multiple black actors and actresses where their names are incredibly similar to specific words that I'll get in trouble for if I say. And it's like,
They mostly
and I'm
have
just,
ghetto baby names like Nakisha, Kikisha, Fisha,
yeah,
Starika, Nakisha, Laquan, Waquan, Laquan, Jaquan, Quan,
yeah,
Kwani. This is what living in the ghetto is like.
yeah,
You gotta decipher these fucking names.
yeah, like,
Yes.
yeah, like one of the actors in this movie,
Ranisha,
yeah,
Shrakisha, Taquantanita, Laquandra,
yeah,
Ranika.
Yeah, and then one of them will have a
Estanisha.
name that sounds like the N word, except there's a few extra letters in
And
there to make
don't
it
get
sound
me
slightly
started on the
different.
motherfucking perfume names that they give their kids. Essence, Listerine and Victorine, Lick a Wish and Make a Wish.
Oh my gosh. Are you for real?
Yeah.
I am for real, man.
You're lying.
I lived, bruh. Do you not believe me when I say I live this shit?
I didn't
When you,
say I didn't say I didn't believe you.
I know you just having a hard time trying to believe that somebody will name their baby Lick a Wish.
That's what.
Jesus Christ, that's
Yeah,
not
I
even
mean, that's growing
appropriate.
up as a kid. Like, I scratched my head on why do these parents like name their kids
Because they don't
like
want
this?
to give them government names, quote unquote.
Oh my God.
Ahem.
Yeah.
You know how us, Dom, you and I both, Dom, Leia, you and I both know
Mhm.
how our ghetto black folk think. They
Yes,
don't
I
want,
very much do.
they don't want them government names. They want their own names, which is
Yes.
funny
Oh,
when
good
you really
gracious.
get when you really get down to it about the whole ghetto names and stuff like that. Like the fact that you call what your parents name you a government name.
What
I
does
don't
it even? What
understand
does it
that.
even government name? That's stupid. Government
I
name? What
Yeah.
is that about?
I
Well, they took the wrong lessons from Malcolm X, and they follow like following the ideology the Black Panthers were following.
Growing up, I
yeah.
couldn't remember my friend's name because they all sounded alike, just like the way Wolf One was running off all those names. All my friends' names were
Jaquan,
like that.
Javar, Ravar, Raymond, Lamont,
And
Rebel.
Pharrell Williams actually poked fun at that, like in a music video for that girl with Snoop Dogg and Charlie Wilson.
Mhm. I know some that are named Dashiki from the character from Don't Drink It, Don't Be a Menace to Society or Drink Hood. There is a girl.
Dashika!
Yeah.
Dashike!
There's the some name their kids after that. One of my friends
Damn,
like a friend
even
said,
Neil Stark joining in.
yeah.
But but Kaden said RC is going to be a motorcycle still.
Mm,
Yeah,
I don't
there's
know,
more.
man.
This
I
is
don't know.
like the
I mean, I don't
what is
know.
it?
Based on the trailer, it doesn't look like RC will we get a motorcycle mode as she did in the Bayverse movies.
If
No,
that
her no,
was
her,
RC,
her vehicle mode is going to be a motorbike, except this time she actually has legs as opposed to just a
a tire,
mermaid tail wheel thing.
a uni,
But
a unicycle,
well, RC,
Yeah,
well,
and
RC like
sisters
well even
apparently.
yeah,
well even though like in the original lore they're not sisters, they're just friends, like Chromia and Alita.
yeah,
But
No
but
yeah. And
anyway,
the
relation.
back the background comics do go into depth on that, which is something the movies themselves don't do. But that's a separate thing. That's an entirely separate conversation. Yeah, this will be, I think, the third time RC has taken on a motorcycle alt mode because it was one in Revenge of the Fallen, and then also in Transformers Prime. Oh wait, no,
for
she
the
was a
Alliance
motorcycle in
continuity.
Energon. She was a motorcycle in Energon. I completely forgot about that.
Wait, oh yeah, right. I forgot about that too.
I think that's the only one. Just Energon, Revenge of the Fallen, Prime, and then this film.
You almost got me there, game. You almost got me there. Almost. Fucking roof panel just fell right in front of me. I was like, ooh. Like I froze. I didn't jump, but I froze up. I was getting ready for some action. I was like, you almost
Well,
Did the
got me.
aside,
panel drop because you were
well, aside,
near, or was it
well,
just a
besides
case of
Wolf,
you just happened to be near her?
No, it just happened to be ahead of me and it dropped right in front of me and I froze up like a damn deer.
Now, are you in the beginning or middle portion of the Callisto Protocol?
I'm in the beginning still. I'm like just exploring it to collect some stuff, make sure I don't leave anything behind.
So after the opening?
Yeah, I did get killed by a robot twice. First time the motherfucker
Ouch.
stepped on my head and he twisted his foot after stepping on my head. I said, bro, you
Well,
malicious.
you
You
know what they say,
enjoyed
man.
that.
Wait, are you play? Do you
They
play as
don't kill like overkill.
pre-designed characters, or is it a character customization thing?
No, it's main character. It's pre-existing character.
Ah, okay.
No, Callisto Protocol is a survival horror, dude. It's not character creation.
I think of Callisto Protocol as the more as Dead Space, but more sci-fi horror.
It's the original concept of Dead Space actually. What Dead Space originally was going to be,
That too.
and I kind of wish they would have took the original concept of what Dead Space was going to be and used it for Dead Space 2. They kind of did, but they kind of dropped the ball. I really want to see Isaac Clarke toiling through a prison while marker outbreak is going, but instead of it being a full on marker, it's going to be a marker fragment from the sprawl. By the way, and how I would have written it to end it on, it would end on him meeting up with Lexine from Extraction. But more on that some other time.
Yeah, yeah, we're on a tangent right now.
I know. Hey, y'all be proud of me. I actually stopped my tangents this time.
What, instead of one of us stopping it for you?
Right?
Getting back to Transformers, in this case, Rise of the Beast, since it concerns Maximals, Predacons, and as well as Terracons, even though they're a part of the G1 continuity.
Yeah,
As,
different
as, as, for,
Terracons
as
though.
for RC,
It's a
yeah, well,
reuse of the
RC,
same name, which is not exactly unusual for Hasbro to do.
yeah, they have consistently done that before in either the original or other continuities in the Transformers multiverse.
Yeah,
But to briefly go back to RC, while a motorcycle, her achieving a motorcycle as a vehicle mode, I can see at the same time I can also see her achieving a car mode, like either a Corvette
yeah,
Oh,
or
motherfucker!
oh man, I was actually thinking of another vehicle candidate, but so
yeah,
far like
He split my
Corvette.
head open from my mouth. Oh, you gonna
But
die,
so
motherfucker. You ain't gonna embarrass me like that. Fuck that. I was on a
any
roll, too.
anyway, so far I see the Corvette as a more ideal candidate for RC when she lands onto Earth from Cybertron.
I was hoping she was gonna be a
yeah,
Corvette. That's if she's a Corvette in this one. But
yeah,
sub, survey says she just might be a bike, and
yeah,
I'm kind of be okay with it. But at the same time, like,
yeah.
can we not make women bikes? Can we now make them a car at least?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
Nightbird is a female transformer, and she's turning into a car.
Cool.
Yeah,
I
because
was,
there were two photos of the vehicle modes for the Autobots and Terracons. I don't remember how long ago it was released, but that is available online.
good to know.
Because there's the picture of the Autobots, and it shows Optimus, Bumblebee, Wheeljack, Mirage, and RC, like their
Would you
vehicle
stop spitting
modes.
at me? Sit still so I can shoot
Is
your
that the
head
same? Is that
off.
the same character that killed you, or is this a
No,
different one?
they put me at the checkpoint, so I gotta deal with the same spitter.
Ah, okay.
Good thing reloading is actually pretty manageable. Ah, fucking around with ammo. Fucking death by spit.
Yeah, you don't want the checkpoints too spaced out, otherwise you'll end up losing a whole bunch of progress.
But I did get through so much progress. So, how's that Cheetor right running right
Yeah,
next to Bumblebee?
yeah. It does look slightly strange with him appearing to be like much larger than a car. It's kind of one of those things that's like kind of jarring, especially if you only know Beast Wars from the original cartoon where they were realistic size. Well, mostly realistic size. But
And once again, like both the Maxwells and Predacons are human sized since Beast Wars takes place years after the events of the original series.
But this is not this. Who's to say they're not gonna follow the way how Beast Wars matched itself?
yeah, I mean they could still be from the future. We just don't know because they didn't reveal. They haven't revealed that information.
Piece
For
of
we
Well,
know,
like
they
shit.
could.
That's what
For all we know,
spit
they
in my
could be
face,
completely
motherfucker.
unrelated to the future and just be living in the past.
No,
Uh,
give me your shit. That was a waste. That was a waste of
it's entirely
projection
possible
charge.
they're keeping the time travel angle hidden, because like
yeah,
those who have been following Transformers for a good long while, like us, like we would, if we see the Maximals and the Predacons like show up in the past like the first thing that comes to mind is time travel.
yeah, yeah. There's a bunch of story details they're not revealing this early on.
It is a teaser,
Yeah,
so
and also the promotional cycle has only just begun because they did reveal a while ago that they were going to start their promotional cycle this month. So they kicked it off with the teaser trailer for the movie
I'm
itself.
to answer Caden. I'm quite happy with what they're showing right for now. I'm pretty sure they're gonna show more. Like we got Air Razor in here. We got Rhinox. I mean, come on, it's freaking Rhinox, man. I can't wait for them to pull out those fucking Gatling guns again.
Actually, if you look in the background of the shot, when you can briefly see Rhinox in robot mode, and his head looks very faithful to the Beast Wars character model.
Hmm.
Yeah,
The torso looks slightly different, but the head looks very, very faithful to to the original cartoon model.
I'm happy
Well,
for that actually.
Yeah.
yeah.
Although
Well,
Rhinox does
so far
appear to have some kind of fiery energy in his mouth of his beast mode when he
Hmm.
roars. I don't know if that's implying he's going to breathe fire or if that's just a lighting thing.
I just think it's a lighting thing. It's probably just nothing to really just
Yeah. I guess
same
we'll
get
wait
here.
for
excited
the.
over.
I guess we'll wait for the next trailer to reveal whether or not Rhinox does. I mean, Air Razor breathes fire, so maybe Rhinox will as well.
I just,
Well,
truth be
we're
told,
also missing Tigertron and a Rat Trap.
we don't
Yeah,
need all the group, man, guys. Come on.
yeah. Especially
I
since
mean, we
not
would
all the
love
Maximals appeared at the start of the original cartoon.
look. I want to see the whole team as much as as much as we anyone else, but we're not gonna. I just I hate the
And
birth
you don't want
purpose.
the movie to be bloated.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I mean to say.
I mean,
I mean,
Hasbro is
hell, look at
very willing to put in obscure characters,
and
so
and
it's like,
let me not let us not forget what they did with the Dinobots in the last iteration.
yeah,
Please,
Although they weren't really acting like the Dinobots as we know them.
yeah.
yeah, they were
My only
mindless.
problem is they weren't talking like cavemen; they just weren't talking at all.
Yeah.
And they were out. They were apparently outlaws or bounties.
Yeah, I believe it was
Lockout.
ancient knights. I think.
They didn't
Ancient
even act
Knights.
like knights. They ain't
Yeah, it's weird. It's like the film described them as like some form of ancient order of knights or something, but
recognize one of
separate
the
from the order
knights.
of knights that was introduced in the last night, like the Knights of Cybertron. Apparently, they were separate from them, but their
Yeah,
ship
And
somehow.
attached to Locktower
and
ship
there
was
were
similar to theirs, but they never acknowledged the similarity. That's
there
just
were
a
also
weird thing about those last two movies.
the Knights of Cybertron were also involved with King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table.
Yeah,
We don't talk about last night.
It's just
except for when we just
it's
did.
just a
I
random fact.
I know. I've recovered from my PTSD from that
Yeah.
movie. I do not want to revisit it.
Wait, Wolfie, do you just black out or like mentally mute everyone when the movie's being brought up?
Yes. My experience with last night, I walked away silently. And this was this is
Yeah,
worse than leaving the theater from the live action of Ghost in the Shell. Like I was just I was just seething, seething after watching that movie because
Oh
Unicron
man.
was Earth, and I was like,
yeah,
the fucking war is over. It is done. There is
yeah,
what are they fighting for at this point? Because humans have not advanced far enough to get the fuck off that damn planet.
yeah,
Once that motherfucker wake up, you ain't got shit. There ain't nothing you can do. All of us
yeah,
ain't shit to do. Decepticons, you ain't doing shit. He gonna eat you
yeah.
up.
Yeah, that movie
Yeah,
heavily
I heard
relied
about.
on you knowing
And that
this
bitch
information
Quintessa
beforehand and being
switches her
familiar with it.
fucking motivation on the fly at the end. First she wanted to destroy Unicron. Now she wants to wake his ass up. Why?
Yeah. Although I think she
Yeah,
does say at the end
I
of the
heard
film that she
about
knows a way to
that,
kill him.
and it was, and that's where things like really taken too far by straying. Well, actually, not too far, but actually, let me rephrase that.
Yeah,
After last night, as well as Age of Extinction, that's where people have finally realized that things have taken way off the rails by straying too far from the source material.
That's where Michael
yeah,
Bay just went to I don't give a fuck mode.
yeah.
But
You know, I've actually
but let's be
discovered
happy at the
a
fact that Bumblebee fucking took it onto a new course, and let's be happy that this film is now coming out. Because I was,
yeah,
bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, when they announced that they were gonna tackle Beast Wars, I was sweating rain.
yeah,
I was sweating like rain. My butt cheeks clenched up. My hands were shaking. I was like, "What the fuck? You gonna murder Beast Wars?" And
yeah,
we all heard that Michael Bay was probably going back to directing, but now I don't see his name
yeah,
attached to the teaser. I don't see his name attached to his movie. I'm like, Bay's not part of this. Oh, thank God!
yeah. After like the third or fourth time he said he wasn't gonna direct another one.
Fucking liar. I'm glad. You know what? At this point, I'm glad he even directed the third Bad Boys movie.
Yeah,
He cameoed in it, which props to him. Cameo in
yeah,
a very poignant, wholesome moment.
yeah. He is
Gotta give him props
capable
on
of
that one.
directing a good movie.
He is when he
I think
wants
it's when
to.
he plays to his strengths as a director because he's someone who's really good at advertising things.
Oh yeah, he
Uh-huh.
is. Look. I'm gonna say this. Not everything Bay does is bad. Much respect to his credit to credit what he does in the past. But damn, dude, did he get man? He has shifted gears for a while. I'm just sitting here like, bro, what is wrong with you?
When
Why
he
is you
gets it
acting like
right,
this?
when he
He
gets it
gets it
right,
right,
he gets right. But when he gets it bad, he gets it bad.
and he just don't give a fuck.
Mm-mm. That's the way. Did he direct Bad Boys too?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
just the first two.
yeah. Because
He
Oh
also
God.
directed
it
The
looked like
Rock.
Rock was okay. I liked that, but
Yeah,
Bad Boys 2 seemed like he just went off the rails.
And I still don't like that idea, Caden. I don't care how good Prime is. If I got up to that point, I was like, I don't know how I would have reacted to that. I probably would have quit that series
yeah,
because I was. Don't get me wrong, I was struggling with Prime for a while, mostly
Hmm.
because it was emulating the Michael Bay Transformers a little bit. And
yeah.
you know
Mostly
what?
in the
Here's
visual sense.
okay. Anybody any director, or rather by some miracle, if the director who's directing Rise of the Beast, if you're listening to this, can I make one minute request? Can you let Bumblebee talk? I'm sorry. I'm getting sick and tired of silent Bumblebee. I seriously am.
Yeah.
Can he talk finally? Because every fan of Bumblebee always want him to talk. Even kid fans of Bumblebee want his ass to
Yeah.
talk.
Funnily enough, it's only the movies that have him be silent and talk through other means. Or,
And
and like the occasional
now,
TV show will do that. Then most other
now the
TV
reason why,
shows and comics actually have him speak like normal.
the reason for his silence is because his voice box was damaged.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean that's contradicted in the first film where Ratchet like examines him and literally says that it's fine, that his voice box is fine now, and he then speaks at the end of that film.
Yeah, we already know the original concept art of Optimus Primal. It
Oh
didn't look
yeah,
too bad.
from Age of Extinction, I believe that concept art was from, wasn't it?
He said, Kay said it was from last night.
Hmm, interesting. I mean, Age of Extinction and Last Night do have very similar design aesthetics to them, so I can understand the confusion. But I'm pretty sure it was Age of Extinction where the design, well,
Fuck, I missed.
at least the Optimus Primal's design came from initially. But obviously, he ended up not appearing in any of those films. I'm kind of curious who it was though that was pushing for the Beast Wars character to appear in the Bay films, because obviously someone would have to want them in those films for the designs to come up in behind the scenes, but then not actually make it into the films. And I can't really see Michael Bay being the one to like push for Beast Wars characters because I don't necessarily see him as someone who's like really deep into this sort of stuff and wanting that.
Final thoughts on the the teaser.
I'm looking forward to Rise of the Beast.
Yeah, I am also looking forward to this film. I just hope the next trailer gives us a little more story content to give us a better idea of what's going on in this film.
And when
But
that day
without giving too
comes,
much away, of course.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
obviously without giving too much away.
When that day comes, we'll be ready with another
Yeah,
stream to talk about that one.
yeah. Because if this is supposed to be the start of a trilogy, I would kind of like them to introduce like something resembling an overarching story for the other films, because apparently that's what they're planning. And obviously, Scourge can't necessarily fill the role of main villain for the whole trilogy. And I have a feeling when they in the trailer when they say that when they say there's like a rising darkness, I don't think they're referring to the Terracons, or directly at least.
Okay, quick question. Now we already now we pretty much covered the bulk of this stream.
Jesus Christ!
I figured it was you.
Yeah, that would be my alarm to wake me up in the morning.
Oh shit.
That's how late we are.
Oh shit. Do you have work in the morning?
No, I don't have work in the morning. I'm fine.
Okay, we talked extensively about this teaser. Any other trailers got you excited for any movies for next year?
I
You
haven't actually
know,
watched any other trailers, so there's literally just this film for the right
You
now.
know what? Let's say that for another time because I think we're gonna get Leia started on something.
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, there is.
Leia, much love, but we know how you is.
I know. I know. It's no
Yeah.
problem. It's no problem. This is,
Eh,
I,
as entertained as we want to hear you vent about Indiana Jones and that bitch that's tagging along with him, we probably
well,
don't need.
I mean,
yeah,
We
Wolfie,
don't have time for that.
I don't want
if you
to
do get
spoil
us
your
started, you
passion.
can just play a clip of like Chris Evans or Henry Cavill or something like that to distract her.
Don't tempt me. Don't
I
tempt
don't
Very
know,
me.
maybe
funny,
the
Matthew.
clip of Steve Rogers holding the helicopter from Civil War. I don't know if you have that one ready or if you have any, or if not. I know
I
he's
mean,
not
Yeah,
I'm
actually
still
shirtless in that scene, but it's like he's still showing. It's still like showing off his muscles in that scene, so I feel like it would
I
still have
will
the same
say this.
effect.
I'm still looking forward to watching Violent Night. All because I want to see John Leguizamo get his ass beat in that movie.
If it's good, I've heard mixed reviews from
It's
people who have
David
seen it.
Arbor as Santa Claus. What more do
If
you need?
it,
What more do you need? Is David Arbor as Santa Claus? Look, he said he talk a lot of shit too, but he's fine. You know,
hmm
he could. I'm not gonna say he can't do no wrong. What I am saying is he talk a lot of shit, but he ain't that stupid like most people are. Look, all is forgiven
I'll
on
take
David
your word
Harbour for
for it.
playing Santa Claus and a badass Santa Claus at that. He's shitty he's shit as Hellboy, but it look like he's gonna do good as Santa Claus. Mixed reviews, man. It's a freaking Die Hard with Santa Claus with blood and violence and visceral. Of course, that's gonna get mixed reviews. Action movies don't
I
get
mean,
that much.
most horror movies get like most
Violent
horror
Night,
movies aren't the best, like in terms of the reviews, because
Violent
critics
Night
don't
is
like them.
not a horror
I
movie. It's an action movie.
I
Oh,
was
from what I
going to
saw, I just
say if
assumed it
it
was a horror
knows
movie because it
The title
very
makes it a
much.
horror movie. The title makes it sound like a horror
if
movie.
it
Ah, okay. It
I
also
admit,
if
reminded
it
me of
knows
Silent Night,
what it
Deadly
is,
Night, so that kind of stuck in my mind.
if it knows
can
what it
go
is,
ahead.
then it'll work. I'm not saying I'm not open to it, but if it knows, for the people who reviewed it, they said the movie knows what it is. So if you go in, drop your brain at the door, and know what it is, it's stupid fun, you're gonna have a good time. So
It's
I
Santa
don't mind
Claus
movies
kicking
like
the
that.
ass of
Yeah,
Luigi, and I'm all
yeah. I
for it.
don't.
And Luigi is talking shit a lot, so that's
hmm
cathartic.
well, I heard a lot of. I'm not gonna say any more about it, but he gets his up and comments.
go s- go see it if you want. Don't see it if you
hmm
don't want to. It's up to you, man.
hmm
You vote
hmm
for you vote with your motherfucking money.
I would be open to it if it knows what it is. If it's just a crazy action, Matthew, I know Silent Night, Deadly Night was more of Santa Claus as a serial killer, but I think
Hmm
this one,
Yeah, I mean that's
Harbor
the vibe I
is like
got because it looked very similar.
right, and it's easy to feel that. But I think he is more of some sort of secret agent or hitman. So that's what I'm thinking it is. But if it knows what it is, it could be fun, and I don't mind movies like that. If they know, hey, this is
Shit,
stupid fun. It's kind of like when I saw the Krampus, that
almost had the
Krampus
muff.
film.
Oh, I
I
love
enjoyed that.
Krampus.
Yeah, I enjoyed that because I knew exactly what it was, and I rather enjoyed it. Yeah,
Freaking
I rather enjoyed
freaking
Krampus.
Gremlins, but with Krampus as the
Yeah,
lead, as the ringleader. Fuck me, that was great.
yes,
And
I
that
rather
ended,
enjoyed
man. That I'm not gonna spoil the ending, but that ending was amazing. Would never have ended any better.
All right,
Mhm.
Krampus is based on actual mythology.
Yes, it
Yes,
is.
yes, it is. You are
Yeah,
correct.
So I'm looking forward to John Wick 4 next year. Definitely looking forward to
Ooh,
Transformer.
me too.
I am looking
Uh,
forward to that one. I'm not all negative. That one, I hope that one turns out to be great because I'm looking forward to
okay.
that one.
I have a confession. Indy is kind of pulling me in, but I'm also cautious. I'm very, very cautious because they're showing all the things that Indy's supposed to do, but I got a feeling there's a bait and switch here.
So do I.
yeah, it is a modern
Yes, so
Disney
do I.
film, so there is some
Hmm
amount of
Yeah,
suspicion there.
yeah. I, I'm, I'm,
Understandable.
well, here's the thing, guys. I refuse to see Indy. The rumor is Indy will die in this, and I refuse to watch that. That would be very
I'll
traumatizing
be
to me.
okay if he goes out in a blaze of glory, not like how James Bond went out. Fuck that shit.
Uh huh.
I see.
Where
Yeah,
everybody
I
want
hated that. I hated
now y'all
that.
motherfuckers want to talk about him after he done died. Y'all done shit on him throughout three, four fucking movies. Y'all want to talk shit about him. Now y'all want to talk about how great he is after he dead. Just like a
Oh yeah.
just like a Tom McDonald's freaking Leia's song Sheeple or the Sheeple.
Yeah, sheeple.
Want to talk about how much they love you at your funeral? Yeah, fuck off. I'm like y'all watch y'all listen to that song and key on that one. That shit had me. That got a throat chuckle out of me because that shit is true. Motherfucker will only talk about your ass and tell everybody how much they love you after you died.
Yes. That's the tragedy.
I couldn't
Yeah.
agree more.
I absolutely, yeah, I have to
But
agree
yeah,
on
I'm
that
looking.
too.
I'm kind of like getting seduced by the dark side here on the indie thing. What was another movie I'm looking forward to? That's next year.
Have you seen the trailer for Cocaine Bear yet?
Not yet, but I
I have
just
not
might check
seen
that one out
that,
anyways
and
because that shit sounds so fucking stupid. I need to see it.
I have mixed feelings on that. There's a part of me that says, "Oh my God, we have lost it in this
Has
country
any of you
with a
guys eat
movie
chill
about a
puffs?
bear." But then again, it sounds funny.
Has any of you guys eat chill puffs?
Cheeto
We don't want to
puffs.
keep Kane in suspense.
Cheeto. Did
Wait,
you say? Do
that's
we?
an American thing, isn't it?
It is.
Then
Well,
I'm gonna
Cheeto
go with no.
Cheeto puffs are good. I've had some as a
Chill
snack.
puffs is nasty.
I think they taste pretty nice. This is Cheetos and the puffy. Those are pretty good.
I'm joking. I do like
No,
Cheeto
it's
puffs. I like the
okay.
hot
I
ones
would
though.
guess
I
the
prefer the hot ones.
English equivalent would be what's its maybe. I don't know exactly what Cheeto Puffs are made of, so I don't know if that's an accurate comparison.
Yeah, Neil Star. I do believe that rumor, Neil Star. I do, and I have had enough of that, and I don't trust KK, so we know we go there. So there were some parts, but I'll save it when we talk more about the teaser. There were some parts that were pure indie, and then there were some parts that I
Uh, uh,
felt were not. That was something else I didn't recognize.
I will say this. I'm also looking forward to that Super Mario movie.
I was about to ask you about that.
Yeah,
I
me
actually
too.
liked the trailer. I actually liked the
Some people are
trailer.
some people are side eyeing Princess Peach in that one.
I did get that vibe.
I didn't.
Okay. Okay.
However, I am still used to. I'm very used to Princess Peach as she is in the game. Mario. So her having a deep American female voice, I'm like,
Mm.
mm, okay. Nope.
I liked the trailer. I hope the movie is good because I like what I saw. I said this looks good. So I hope it works
I'm
and I
gonna give it
hope
a
that
chance.
is.
I'm just what I am getting tired of though. However, so sick and tired of dudes walking around with their hands to their hands like they Wally or some shit.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you see some of these movies before me, you give me an honest review. I trust you. I want a pure, honest hearted review. You don't have to, you can spoil because I want to know if it's going to be worth my money. I will trust you on that. Any Will, for the rest of you, if you see
Lady,
Mario, you see that.
you know how I review stuff. I
Good.
tend to have a
Then
soft spot in some areas. You can't really.
I
Can you really trust me?
well, that's okay because that's still honest. That tells
I
me
mean,
you're being honest.
I'll
I like
trust Dom
honesty.
more with a review than myself.
Okay. Well,
I tend to be a little bit lenient in some
oh,
areas.
okay.
I'm like a mixture of
Mhm.
Professor Geek and Big Al, and that's not saying anything. That's not saying much.
Yeah, I can tell because you said with the indie trailer, it's sucking you in a little bit. There was a part of me that said I wanted
And
to get excited, but I'm like,
that's probably
I
you
don't
know what? That's
know.
probably mostly to do with me being an indie fan because I
Oh,
did see Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. So like,
Same here.
I did see it too. Yes,
I
I
Yeah,
went
I
I've
opening.
seen
I
this.
e-
I've seen it at
I went.
least
I
I
once.
went
even
opening
read
weekend.
I
I saw
even
it on
read
my
the
birthday
books
actually.
both. I even read the books, novels and comic books alike for Indiana Jones, which showcases what happened to Indy after the events of the three movies.
I
Wait,
read
there are
those
books,
too.
novels, and comics for Indiana Jones?
Oh yes,
Oh,
oh
I thought
yes.
it was
oh
just
yeah,
the
but
movies.
Oh
No, no,
yes,
no. Much like Star Wars and its expanded universe, Indiana Jones has expanded had expand no not had has expanded universe material as well.
I've been an indie fan since I saw Raiders of the Lost Ark. I never stopped being one. I've got indie merchandise. I've collected indie merchandise over the years. So indie has made me a Harrison Ford fan. So I can
Okay,
understand how you
okay.
feel, Wolf. But
Hang on. Before we jump really into that real quick,
mhm.
let's just say this: if the Mario Brothers movie is not great, at least my version of Mario Brothers lives rent free in my head. Because, like I
Mhm.
said, that one was about Mario coming in to save the day and prevent Princess Peach from crying. Because if she cries, all the world goes to chaos. She's the
So,
Phoenix Force. If she cries, mean everything will get fucked up.
like I'm saying, I like the way the movie looks. I saw it like, wow, I really like this. This is really good.
He should
So
not be
I
anywhere near that damn role.
you don't you don't think his voice worked?
I love Chris Pratt as a person. I love him as an actor, and I can also love him as a voice actor. He should not be the voice of Mario. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Well, see,
bring back Charles Martinet because he's been with the character for decades.
Dude can't even say "whoa" really good or Yahoo.
Yes, they should have just cast Parthenax to voice him.
well,
I'm
see, that's the
sure.
stupidity. That's the
I'm sure I'm
stupidity
the
of
only one that will understand that. Possibly.
that. I agree with all of you. I agree with you too, Wolf. That's the stupidity of the producers and studios. Because some dumb nut was sitting around the table saying, they forget who they're coming to see. They're coming to see the characters, not the actors who voice the characters. But they're thinking, well, if we have Chris Pratt do the voice of Mario, they're going to come see this movie.
Yeah.
They're missing the whole point. So I agree
Look,
with you. They didn't need a star to voice Mario. They didn't need that.
if the Sonic movies can get Tails is like voice actress to come back and reprise her character who she's been playing for years. Why couldn't they do the same for Mario?
Wolfie, would you
Because the
say this is
producers feel they
the
won't
whole Chris
you
Pratt
won't
playing
come.
Mario is like a, I suppose, an opposite to the Sonic movies where it's not the original game voice actor, but the voice
That's a
actor they
standout.
chose
That is
matches
that is a
well
very
enough.
standout voice choice for Bowser, and I'm okay with that one. I'm all for that one.
Oh, me too.
Jack Black
Okay,
as
okay, Jack
Bowser.
Black as Bowser. I actually wouldn't mind seeing that. Very int- I'd be very interested to see what that sounds like.
Anyways, I'd like to thank everybody for being here. Those 8, 9 of you, and those 9, 6 motherfuckers that keep popping in and out. I'd like to thank the Glad K on for joining us on this brief moment. I originally was gonna wait for before I bring up the Glad K on. I was gonna wait off and bring it on Tuesday so that we can have Schooner in on this one. Sorry, Schooner. We have to get it. We have to get it while it's fresh.
Yeah,
Yep. Well, there's
Hopefully, when the trailer rolls out, the official trailer rolls out, come I guess come about next year, then we'll have Schooner with us this time around.
yeah. I mean, I heard the official trailer wasn't going to come out until like what, January, I think. Although I don't know if that's like a concrete day or if that's just pure speculation.
I guarantee you probably it's going to roll during the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is when they roll out highly anticipated movie trailers. So I think between
Oh,
January
that's
and
probably why we
February
got a lot of
the
trailers
trailer.
as of late because the freaking football game was
Yeah,
yesterday.
that's what I've
Yes,
heard. The
yes.
Super
Cause
Bowl is
man,
when they're going to show
when
it.
we were going home yesterday, we sent damn near a lot of cars out the wazoo. I was like, why is there so many cars on the freeway, on the highway? There's a game tonight, isn't it?
Big game.
There's a
There's one.
game tonight, isn't it?
There's a big one here in Michigan that's just took it up the whole state. So yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I was like this is suspiciously a lot of cars in one evening. There is a game tonight,
hmm So
and
that's why
lo and
they
behold, it was a game. I was like, fuck me. I knew it. Because
That's
my wife
probably
was
what.
driving really carefully up and down the freeway and the highway. Oh my goodness! I was like I was almost like jerking a little bit because man, we had so many close
That-
calls. Is what I'm saying. Too many close
yes,
calls to count.
that's probably why all the trailers for these highly anticipated, these are teasers from my understanding, rolled
Mostly
out.
Yeah,
teasers.
And the full length trailers, I guarantee you, will probably be during the Super Bowl. That's what I think you're going to get the full length. They always debut, especially Disney, so they're going to really roll those out during the Super
Sounding
Bowl. And
off. Sorry, Leia. Sounding
that's
off.
okay.
The Glad K on Matthew Flynn.
yeah. Let the Matrix light your darkest hour till all are one. Bye, guys.
The lovely Leia, Valor Leia plus size. Now
This
you
is
can
Leia
continue
Plus.
talking.
This is Leia Plus Size, your lovely lady of valor. I hope you enjoyed this conversation about the teaser for this the Transformer film. I'm sure there'll be more to come. This is only the beginning. I am very sure when a full length trailer comes out, Wolf in this squadron will have more to say on this. Well, me myself, I will probably have more to say on some other films that are coming. But until then, thank you for joining us, and I hope you all have a very good weekend.
The Hound of the South, Dominic Powell.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us in tonight's live stream. If you have your own thoughts concerning Transformers Rise of the Beast, your hopes and concerns, make sure you put them down in the comments section down below. And if you have any other topics that you want us to discuss in the future, including next year, here do the same. Do the same thing as well. This is how on the South Dawn and Powell signing off. And remember, even though things get dark, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and to keep that light bright with your hope, optimism, and idealism. Never give in to cynicism and nihilism.
Funny that you mentioned that, Dominic. I finally figured out how to use the community tab. And
Yay!
Congratulations,
before,
man!
yeah, I'm a fucking boomer. But I already did a recent poll for favorite OG UN Spacey members. The layup is tied. Layup plus is tied with Trooper FN 2525. Sorry, Brian, you had 0 votes. Me and Schooner are tied as the most favorited.
Oh, really?
hmm
Good
Soon
for
I will be
you.
soon I'll be doing season two's members, and we'll see how much people had liked the season two members that came before, as our rotating numbers have been rotating a lot. Um, I have asked a question about the manga studies. Should I do decide to bring them back? And two have already named some mangas that we can dig into. So we'll probably talk about those in a bit. I will be starting another community question as well. Let's see how well people will take that. If memory serves me well, well, I wanted to ask our community. Um, should I do art of the UN Spacey? I will also be posting that in the community tab as well. So look forward to art of the UN Spacey. I have been speaking about this. I know I've said this time and time again throughout this whole year. It will happen, guys. I am determined to make that happen. Trust me. You'll be seeing you'll be seeing a new picture for the UN Spacey for the OGs, starting with the OGs. You'll be seeing pictures of the new Gs and any member who'll be joining us that'll probably find their way permanently with us soon. Another announcement still coming up is our anime spotlight of Tokyo Godfathers next Tuesday, or rather this Tuesday. So I
All
hope you
right.
watched it.
Or rewatch it.
That too. I'm looking at you, Leia.
You just got up, just hurt my feelings.
It's a very
Well, if
important movie. You need to be
I will
watching
do,
at least
I
one of these
will,
anime spotlights.
I will watch it. I will try to watch it
It's a
and soak
wholesome
it
Christmas
in.
movie. It's a very
Okay,
wholesome.
well that
I will
sounds
say that.
nice.
That's all I'm gonna
Sounds
say. I
nice.
ain't gonna say nothing else. You better watch it.
Okay.
I'm dead serious. Of all the anime, this should be one you should check out because it ain't tied to no show. It's not tied to no
Hmm.
manga. It's an anime movie. Well, I'm about to snatch you up and probably place Leia. Kidding, kidding, Leia. You're still part of us. See, we're still trying to convince you to check out some anime, not be an anime fan per se. Just check out some works that are far beyond than what your usual stuff.
And
I
not
will.
just
Yes,
anime, but
hang on. Yes, Caden, we still will be doing Beast Machines. Not this year, next year. Next year. Trust me. We'll be doing Beast Machines next year. How soon? You know what? I'm gonna say somewhere in May. Maybe somewhere in May. Or
in
might
other words, the spring season.
yeah, somewhere in spring. Might be a little bit sooner. But yeah, we'll be doing Beast Machines. With that being said, this has been your Welcome Air. Once again, remind you guys you are the UN Spacey. Welcome to the Wolf Fleet.
See you all later.
Y'all good?
Yes, I was thought you were going
Yep.
to put something up.
There you go.